Welcome everyone, and today we're going to be talking about Facebook ads for business, and we're going to be doing Q&A today. So if you have all your questions, you can drop it in the comments below or the chat, right? So you can drop them there. So now I'm going to be answering some pre-made questions before now that some persons had already asked. So one of the questions people ask is running Facebook ads to your website or DMs, which is more better, or I'll say website versus DMs. So for me, with my experience, both works, but it depends on the person. If you say I should pick one, I'll pick your website over DMs. So here's my reason. If you run your ads towards a website, right, you can track, you can know who went where, and do some other things, right? Not saying that you can't do this with DMs, but with website, take for example now, if you're optimizing for leads or conversion, that is what you get. If you're optimizing for sales, that is what you get. You get if you're whatever you're optimizing for, that's what you get. But for a message, right, it's more like a two-level system. What I mean by this is, first of all, someone would have to DM you, make inquiries about your business. Then if the person is interested, the person buys. Though the person is always interested, depending on the kind of ads you run. So if you run a engagement ads, sometimes it may just be people that are trying to get to know about you. Or if you run, let's say, lead ads or lead message ads or maybe sales, it's probably the high tendency that these people have sales intention. So, and I know different countries have different experience when it comes to messaging, right? Especially here in Nigeria, we some businesses like to want to talk, but yes, a lot of business still watches because we have the likes of Jumia and the rest. They still go to the website to buy products. So I think most business should maybe probably try to risk it, not even risk it, try to make or adapt their system, make how do I call it, users or customers try as much as possible to use their website, or if they don't have one, they can still make use of DM for now. But if I was to choose between a website versus DM, I would always go for a website over a DM because I can have better results with it by optimizing for the best results that I want. So the next question is the best placement for Facebook ads. Yes, Facebook has, let's say, I think four placements, which is we have the running ads on Instagram, running ads on Facebook, then running ads on, I think, Audience Network and two other places. I think WhatsApp of recent. So now some persons would ask, okay, what is the best place to run ads for Facebook? To me, I would have tested more of Instagram, right? So I would prefer running my ads to Instagram rather than Facebook. It depends on the audience as well. So if your audience are people that are not, if you don't target your age in particular very well, it's always going to be a problem. You get me? So, for example, now, if you target 18 and you're running ads to Facebook, there's a high tendency you might meet people that you don't want, that are not serious buyers or something. But it depends also again on your conversion. Take for example now, you're running ads to a website whereby it is about purchase, right? So now, irrespective of who see that ads, Facebook is not optimizing your ads for who or he or whoever it sees, right? It's optimizing your ads for sales. Meaning, if you have one sales right now, Facebook will look for more people that will buy that product. The only time Facebook ads actually is a problem when it gives you optimized leads is, for example, now when it comes to lead. Take for example now, there is a possibility whereby if you run ads and the ads goes to a landing page and you collect leads, and that one lead is a bad person, Take for example now, you are a real estate business, and the first leads that came is that can you send me money? We have those leads sometimes. It's a weird leads, right? So now Facebook will look for more people that actually ask that kind of question. I don't know how to do it, but it's Facebook. So if you don't cancel that ads at that particular time, you will get the wrong leads. So that is why Facebook is not bad, but it just depend on the kind of leads that you run at a particular time. So if you want to run on audience network is more like placement. So you know all these Google ads, anytime you go to a website and you see ads placing on Google or some other places, that is what we call audience network. So it works like Google. So sometimes if you are running a large campaign and you want people to see your ads in various places, you can use that. It's not bad, right? So I use all these places when the intent is, I can track the intent, especially when it comes to sales. E-commerce guys enjoy this a lot, right? But when it comes to leads, you have to be very careful. You have to be watching your leads, because once the person comes in, you call, and the five, six person are sounding almost the same and they are not quality leads, kill that ads and refresh, change one or two things that you feel is causing the problem, probably the placement. So ideally, the question is the best place or placement to run ads. I would say Instagram first. Then if you're running Facebook or the other ads, if it's lead ads you're running, try to check your leads. If it's premium, perfect. If it's not, change it to maybe your age, and some other things may just be one or two things that is affecting it. Then if you're running e-commerce and you are going after sales, let's say after 2 to 3 days or 4 days, there's no sales, something is wrong somewhere. You just have to change it, right? So ideally, Instagram leads are way more better than Facebook leads, and depending on what you are selling again. So now, before I go to the next question, if any of us here have any question, you can, drop it, because it's not just about my own questions; it's also about the questions that you have, even if it relates to running ads itself. So the other question is, must I link my Instagram to Facebook to run ads? Yes, I think this is one of the biggest questions, especially when people want to set up their ads. So if you want to set up your ad, when setting up your ads, what does this mean? You want to run your ads for the very first time, right? And someone tells you, oh, you have to connect your Instagram to your Facebook, to your AdSense. Let me share my screen so that you guys would be very, very, very much aware of what I'm saying. So it's not just going to be like I am saying something from my head, right? Okay, so is my screen. Okay, yes, if you have a question, just drop it in the chat. But if it's very long, I would give it time for you to speak. You get, so yeah. So now, the question is, must I link my Facebook? So if you come to Facebook, there's what we call a business suite. Let me open this here. And if I go to settings, let me just go to settings here. It's going to take a little while to open. So now, in order to have a good system set up, you have to connect three things. First, your Instagram and your Facebook page. So now your Facebook page is very, very important, right? So when you have your Instagram page, you have to connect it to your Facebook page. Sometimes when you convert your Instagram page to a business page, it automatically creates that um, Facebook page. But if it doesn't, when you want to set up your ad, you have to go and create your Facebook page. So now this Facebook page is being created in your Facebook account. Note, a Facebook account is your account, your personal account. Then a page is created inside. So now when you create that page inside and you've connected it successfully, it's going to create what we call a business suite. So this is what we call a business suite. Let me see if my own can go to Facebook business suite home. Hopefully it does, because my account is quite old business suite at times. So I'm trying to see if I can about that. Okay, if I'm not able to go to page, okay, let me see. Hopefully, okay, no, this is okay. Yes, this is business suite at least. it still took us to the right place. So now, when you create, this is my page, right? So now, your Instagram is going to be connected to this. There's a place you connect it to. So this is, let's say, this is a page. I don't want to start switching page. Let me just go here so that you understand how it is, how the linking is when someone says, okay, I want to set up your account. So it doesn't look like they want to, scam you or anything. It's here. So now the first thing in setting up your account is coming down to link account under settings. So now once you link account, you can see that this account is linked to this. So once you link this, right, automatically it creates, as you can see, it's linked. I can disconnect. So there are issues when you have issues with your Facebook account, a lot comes from this place, right? And once you've connected this, it creates what we call a Facebook business suite. So this business suite, once you create it, it is one step. Once you create a business suite, that is when we now create the business manager. So I'm coming. Sorry, there are lots of many connections, right? So this is the business manager. So there are three places. So now Facebook of recent merged the business manager with the business suite. Or before, there are three different places where you connect your business suite and your business manager, your business portfolio, or whatever, depending on what you want to call it. So this is where all your pages, all your stuff, this is even where you share access to someone that wants to run your ads for you. So now take for example, now you want to run ads for someone asks you, okay, like take for example, I'm an agency, I want to run ads for you. All you just have to do is share access to this place, so that you don't have to give the person your Facebook account. But when you want to set it up, he has to have access to your account because he can't do any setup without that. But if he wants to run ads for you, you don't have to, he doesn't have to collect your Facebook account. You can share access from here. That is why you set up it's like setting up your business on Facebook. So I think I've said so much about that. So someone said he wanted to say something. That's Jackson. What was your question? Good morning.
I have a lot of questions.
Okay. Let's start with one.
Okay. And then at some point, I'm going to have to let it be because I'm not the only one here. And then I'll reach out to you after the class.
Sure.
S- Okay. So first things first, let's assume there's a new page, right? Someone created a page on Facebook, and this page, there's a target like to grow this page, let's say in the next 3 months. I actually have that as a project. I want to grow a page, but I'm not certain what to do to grow this page. I only have ideas. How do I know what we want? Because it is Facebook. I'm linking the page, the Instagram account, but I don't know exactly what. It just feels like the social media spaces, like when it comes to social media marketing, running ads and all, you just have to do many things and you do them with hopes that they work. And as you are doing them, you are watching them for what work, what doesn't work. Just like you said just now, if you're running ads and the leads you are getting are maybe the Fulani guy, downside guys, it means you should cancel and restart again. So how do you know exactly what works for the meta space?
Okay. Okay. That's the first question, right? Okay.
Yes, 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 sir.
Okay. So that's a two-in-one question. The first one is growing a Facebook page. So, okay, before I answer it, what business or what industry is the page about? What's the business about?
It's an electrical brand into electrical wiring of house and all other kinds of electrical things.
Okay. So now some business, right, are very functional with offline, meaning they have a high reach or they can convert offline more than online. Especially when, for example, you are saying you're talking about selling electrical items. So I don't know how far or what electrical item. Let's just say you are selling, let's say, lamps or household electrical items. Now, in terms of growing the page, that's a different thing, right? And the good thing is, before you even run ads, I usually advise or recommend people that start normal content before you run ads. So now, because when you do that, you know what works in your page. It may take a while, it may take a month. Preferable start with a month. It's like, how do I put it? It's like you're inviting someone to your house and you literally don't have a chair or table or anything for that person to sit down. So when you run ads, eventually you want to run ads, right? When that person comes to your page, probably will not be seeing anything and will not trust you. And especially in Nigeria, we are living in a trust economy. So now you may be asking, how do you boost that page? First, there are many strategies out there. You can look into your competitor. I don't have full details about the business, right? But one thing is product showcase. Product showcase can be in two ways, showing people either how to use the product or how the product works, or people that you install this product for. You get, so probably maybe if your engineers are going out and there's someone that is boot on the ground that can follow them up to a day in the life of this business. You get, I don't think you get any other content than that. Take for example, now it was solar. For every installation that you have, right, you can take a video. Or if it's a store that, okay, people come to buy one item at a time or come to buy items in bulk, right? It may be different because you don't actually really follow them to the house to do it. And you can just, the processes of you guys buying, unpacking, doing these things can help you. These are contents. And the thing with content is when you start, you definitely see improvements and you definitely start getting ideas. You don't get ideas when you don't start, but you need to know what you need to do, Sha. Like as I'm explaining, you just have a structure, right? I said content that help your business, maybe how to's, client processes, installation. This is electrical. Other business have different. I mean, so you look into your competitors too and like, okay, what are they doing? What are they not only here in Nigeria, even outside? What are they doing? How are they doing it? Then you work on a content calendar. So say for example now 1 month. If you guys have the power and the time, you can do 4 times a week or 5 times a week, one post per day. That's
Okay.
if, yeah. So if
Sorry,
it's
sorry, I'm coming in. I think you've already said it a lot. I don't want you to I want you to really narrow it down. So this is like another part now, because I've noted some things you've said.
yeah,
So another part is say because I realized that this is a friend of mine.
mhm.
So I realized that this my friend. He wants engagement. He wants likes. He wants comments. He wants followers, and he
Oh,
wants a lot of them at a short period of time. And I'm trying to tell him that it doesn't really work like that. It takes time and this and that. So, but anyway, he's sort of ready to fund it. So I'm not curious. Okay, how is he going to buy followers? How are we going to get the engagement and all that?
okay. So one thing you shouldn't do, don't buy followers, no matter what. Except that page you just want to just use it for, let me use the word potpourri, right? So I think I know where the problem is. First, if you are the one managing, your social media manager for the person, you first of all need to ask the person, do you want sales or you want virality, or there is a word that is skipping me, but it just want to follow metrics that are, how do I call it, pleasing to the eye. You get me? So now, when you ask him, do you want sales or you just want likes and follows and all those things? Depending on his answer, if he says he wants sales, good. You can split your content into two. It's normal. Each business has to split into two. The content that will get you followers is very easy. See, trust me, to get followers is very, very easy, especially if you want to use ads or followers, likes, very, very easy. You can run a traffic ads today and you get likes. If you will just be seeing the likes up and down, you don't even need to buy. I will not even advise that, right? So, but if you want sales, right, you now know that you are optimizing the ads for sales. So now it's not bad to do both, but depending on the business, if that's what he wants, you just tell him whatever you do, if you do a campaign that would give you likes and followers, I can guarantee you 99% those guys may not buy at the end. So you tell him so that at the end of the day, he's very much aware of the consequences of his action, right? So that at the end of the day, it's not feel like, okay, oh, many people came or many people like or nobody bought. You get so you know it's not your fault and you told him. So now that's why most businesses or most gurus out there will tell you, I get 1 million views or I went viral, but I didn't sell anything. It happens because those people, that video just went viral. While some people, right, few videos or let's say small reach get them sales because of that. Probably that product was sale intent, but for some certain reason just went viral. You get so
Yes.
it depends on what the business goal is. Are you targeting virality or you are targeting sales? You can get both, but just let whoever owns the business is. One is very, very possible, and but whatever it is, one can give you sales and the other one cannot give you sales. You get. I don't know if I've answered the question.
Yes, you have. Thank you, guys. I have
Okay.
other, but I think I should wait for that. But I'll reach out to you later.
Okay. So apart from him, does anyone in the call have any other question before we go to the other question in my list? So if there is no question, I'll be going to um, the other question in my list, which is, can I run can I run ads without a website? I think this is one of the questions some persons dropped in some one of our other lists. Yes, you can run ads without a website because most persons are like, okay, the only scare website is the go-to get leads and everything. The truth is website helps you do a lot. It's just that most Nigerians are gradually crawling to the belief of building websites, right? Only few of them. And yes, website is expensive. And we build websites, and I still tell them that it is not compulsory to build a heavy custom website. Trust me, if you start today and you go use Seller or Bumper or anything, the same result you are looking for a custom made website, you still get it. When you now make the money that can make you give you the ability to pay someone for a website, right? You then now pay for the website and you now have your own custom website with your taste and everything you dream of. But at the moment, as a small business, if you feel like website is very hard for you, there are lots of platforms out there that are free that you can start with. Flutterwave has landing page. Like I mentioned, Bumper for e-commerce, Seller for both e-commerce and services. Oh, yeah, I think Paystack has their landing pages. So I don't think you have a reason. The only difference between all of them is for Bumper and Seller, you can track. But for Paystack and these other guys, you can't really track. The only thing you just know that some people go there and there is sales for you. You get. So the question is, can you run ads with our website? Yes. DMs, WhatsApp. A lot of us have been spending Nigeria have been selling in DMs right from day one. So it's always just an extra way of selling. But selling on websites is way more better, right? But if you could sell on your DM and it's okay, no problem. The only problem is that there is no structure. DM is just stressing your salesperson. Imagine, and with DMs you can't scale. Imagine you're having 100 sales per week, right? And your hands are tied with, let's say you have 50 staff. You have to bring more staff in order to control more leads, and it's just more like inquiries. So now if you have a website where you can sleep at night, the only thing you'll be worrying is if your website is or a business is that has to do with delivery, you just have to worry about delivery and the rest, sleep and your business is running. Except maybe your site has too much traffic and it's in the verge of crashing, and that's the only problem or thing that'll keep you up at night. But apart from that, it's on a rare case if you build with the right business. Yeah. So Odunayo, you have a question? You can speak.
Yes. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
All right. Okay. So this is my second time here, and um, I just want to say, I'm new. I'm new to digital marketing, running ads and website and everything. So I'm still very new, but but I have a question. Yes, it's not as though I don't know anything about it, but I just have a question to ask. So I don't know my question. You will know when I start asking. You know that I'm a newbie. Okay, so this is my question, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Very well, I can hear you.
All right, sir. So okay, so there was a time I was working with a traveling agency, and I met with it was even the one that even made me had interest in this digital marketing stuff. So then he was teaching me how to run ads, Facebook ads. So he made me understand that when you want to run ads, like the one that performs best is the engagement ads for them in that traveling agency. So all this while, so I in my mind, I have it in mind that okay, whenever I want to run ads, I must use engagement. So now I have like a brand now. I'm trying to like my brand is just coming up. So it's a digital marketing agency and a website design. We render website design service. So it's very new. It's very new. So I now want to run ads. I want to run ads on their page. So I was now thinking now, if I want to run ads, I've not run the ads. So if I want to run ads now, will I run an engagement ads or a lead ad? Because it's still very new. Because the guy already he taught me that whenever I want to run the one that is effective most is the engagement ad. So I don't really know which one to start with. That's my first question. And sorry, my second question is I really don't know the difference between a e-commerce website and a Shopify website. What's like the difference between it? I don't know. That thing is so confusing. Some people say e-commerce, I'm an e-commerce website designer. Some say I'm a Shopify website designer. So I don't really understand it. So those are just my questions, sir.
Okay, so the first question, which is about lead ads and engagement. So, which you are supposed to run. Here is it. Most businesses, when they go out to look for customers, these people don't know you, right? So, why people lean towards engagement is because of engagement feels more like a warm way to reach a cold person. It's like, let me use dating a girl, for example. Now, there are two ways you can approach a girl that you meet for the very first time. You can approach her in a way like, okay, hi, what's your name? You get, or okay, let me use the engagement side. The very first time, you know that this girl is going to be going to a particular supermarket. You've studied her and she goes to the supermarket twice a week. So now you go to the site to the supermarket every time and you create a chance of meeting her like twice a week. She sees you, right? You guys see each other for like a week consecutively. Then at the end of that week, he now decided to approach. She has noticed you and it's warm. It's not like, there's no code. Who are you? That she has, okay, I've been seeing this guy somewhere. You get, then when you now make that introduction, it's kind of warm a little bit, you get, and you can, continue the conversation. Then it may lead to whatever you wish to lead. So now take it to business. Say, for example, I believe you should be into web since you mentioned website. If you run, let's say, an ads where someone wants to contact you to build a website, if you run a engagement leads, so now engagement leads will just make this person, you know hi, the person has been seeing your ads and probably maybe come to your page and sees your work. So the first thing is to make inquiries, right? He came directly to your DMs. Not like he went to a website, leave Facebook and everything. So the conversation would be more of an inquiry based conversation. Like, I want to get to know about your business, right? So Why this probably work for some people most of the times is because of it's from warm to hot prospect, because we have the cold, warm, and hot. So now this person was cold, but it felt like DM is familiar and he can talk to you, right? And if you put the person on a call, then the conversation gets smooth and you can converse or talk with this person and probably end to say. But most of the time, sometimes it does not end. And with engagement, your follow up would be the key here. But another thing you have to put in mind, these persons don't have, sometimes they are inquiry based like majority of the time, except the engagement, except you run a sales campaign, right? Which still, we have sales, which is message. These guys have the intention to buy. So they're only just looking for the right potential. So now, compared to leads, so now leads, say for example, now still the same person, you run a lead ads and this person wants to build a website, right? And this person sees your ads. Yes, it's cold, but the way you present your website, right? It's this person sees the website and like, oh geez, this is what I want. Same thing with a girl. He meets a guy, right car, right everything, like first time. Cool. They don't know each other from Adam. He sees the guy like, yeah. This guy is the kind of guy like you get. So now all you have to do is when this person goes to your landing page and fills the information, the next thing is getting on the call with this person, trying to sell, right? So now that's how lead works. You try to convert this person and at the end of the day, follow up. So now, same way you would have people making inquiry for engagement is the same way you would have people making inquiry for lead ads, right? But with lead ads, if you have the right ads and the right intention, you may convert faster than the engagement campaign. But if you have the ability to message people quick and you have sweet words with engagement, it can still work for you. But the only thing I tell business owners is, especially this thing, tests. I can only tell you, or you would never know until you test one or you test both of them and see what works for your business. But if you are running an e-commerce website, no matter how, because e-commerce would have to be someone who buy product at the end of the day. I would always go for conversions and purchases. Imagine you have an oracle telling you that once someone buy once through this process, I can keep bringing that set of persons every time. Then when someone message you, the oracle does not know if that person bought from you or not. So you cannot even tell whether he should bring you more of this person. You can only just say, I can only bring you more person, but I don't know if this person will buy from you or not. So you see where engagement for service-based business and e-commerce is. So at the end of the day, tests you get. So I don't know if I've answered your question, Stephen.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, then the second question was about e-commerce and Shopify and e-commerce. So it's actually very simple. E-commerce is a general term for selling products, whether in respective, okay, first, e-commerce is the ability to sell products online, right? Shopify is a software that enables people sell products online. Like you have WordPress, which other, I think BigCommerce, I think WordPress and Shopify are the two no code, or I'll call low code way of building e-commerce websites you get. So the other platform, you can build an e-commerce website with code. Jumia is built with code. It's an e-commerce website. You can build your own website with e-commerce and with code or without code. You get me? So e-commerce is a general term for buying and selling online. So I don't know if I answered your question. If you're speaking, I can't hear you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So I don't know if any other person have question, but I'll move. I think for my own end, I still have like one, two, three more questions. So if you have any questions, just let me know. Then I would answer. I would let you speak. So the second question or the next question in my list is: should I target a whole country or a state? So this is one dilemma most advertisers have. Like, okay, should I target a country or should I target a state? This depends on the kind of ads that you are running, right? So if you are running an ads that doesn't have boundary, take for example now you have services or your product is a product that is not bound to one state. So you are selling a digital product. You don't have any business selling to one state. You get, or you can even sell outside Nigeria. But let me give you this maths. Imagine you are running, there are two persons. Mr. A is running, you guys, both of you are selling a PDF product. Mr. A is spending 1,000 naira per day and is targeting the whole of Nigeria. And Mr. B is spending 50,000 naira per day and is targeting the whole of Nigeria. Without asking much question, who do you think will sell more? It's Mr. B because he has more money and he has more reach. So now, the problem with states and countries, people like to use small money to target a large population, and it does not work. So if you know that your budget is not much, right, just start with a particular or 1 to 2 to 3 states that you know that, okay, your budget can scratch. You get to say, okay, to know that, okay, this thing works beyond one particular state, right? And sometimes you can, if you want to create authority in a particular state, say for example, you're in Lagos and you know that when, especially for service-based business, and you know that when this person call you like, oh, are you in Lagos? It increases the high chance of this person buying from you. Nigerians have different levels of favoritism or, ideas of buying from you. You get, so when you just say, oh, you're in Lagos, okay, can we see, or depending on your strategy, or okay, good. So the thing is, location is possible, right? You can select more than one, but it depends on your price. And another thing again is, if your business heavily depends on a particular vicinity, you don't have any business selling outside. Take for example now, you are selling your business doesn't have the capacity for deliveries and the rest, and even in the state that you are suffering to sell. Say for example now you are a plumber, you're doing plumbing service, you can't go far, right? You are let's say in the island, you can just target island and just be the island plumber. When you have achieved that place, you can now go out. Then same thing for people that have stores, right? If you have a physical store, you can start selling within the people around that vicinity, right? Or people far away. And Facebook ads has a very good way of doing that. You get, so, or you just target the whole of that particular state. That's if you have a good way of pushing this product very well and delivering it. So now state depends on your budget and depends on if your business is a local business or international business. It is restricted with location. But if your logistics services top notch, you can sell within and even beyond Nigeria. It is very, very, very possible. Yeah. So the other question they asked is, what's the bare minimum budget to start and how long should I run? So like the person is trying to ask how much I use to run my ads and for how long. So the way I do this is I calculate. I usually tell clients there's a calculator. There's actually a calculator out there, right? But the way I do it is like, how much do you think? Because most clients don't know this in the beginning. How much are you willing to use to acquire a customer? Take for example now, and this thing, once you know it deep down, you would know how much you spend on ads. Say for example now, you are selling a product of 1 million and you want to use 1K per day to get a 1 million clients. Me and you know we are deceiving ourselves. It's possible you can use 100K to get one client when you do the math very well, right? But using less than that sometimes is a miracle. So that's why we call it. So that's why people say, okay, do I have return on my investment? If you don't know that person's, I'm speaking to you as business owners and also maybe some of you want to start an agency, right? So now, if you don't know that person's audience and how much he has been getting per month in terms of ads, don't promise that person. I can't promise you that leads or sales because I don't know your business for the first 1 month. So now the 1 month is used to understand the business. I can calculate it. So the product is 10K, right? Very affordable product. I can say, okay, with 50K per month, if I'm able to sell 100 units, or let's say 10 units of that product, let's say since it's 10K, 100 units of that product with 50K, that should be around 100K. My maths is off the chart right now. But if you use 50K to get 100, it sounds like betting, but Facebook is somehow literally somehow betting in a way. So if you use 50K to get 100, that is something, at least it's a start. But if you cannot reduce that as to whereby you use 20K, you know what works, you've optimized, and you can now use 20K to get 100K. Like in a month, if you put 20K in your ads, every month for the next 3 months, you get consistent 100K. You found a business. You don't even need organic. You can do organic by the side or referral by the side, or but once you get that math right, you are good to go. Let me use my business for example again. In a month, we can spend, let's say, 3 to 400 because of the various services. If I'm to get a client that would pay me, let's say, 5 million and above, I know that I may get one or two of that client and it may be in 3 months' time because those people don't make quick decisions, right? And again, the number of months matters. For example, now someone that will pay you 5 million and above would except that person is in need, right? Wouldn't even pay on time. It may pay the next month. You get so, and you know that okay, you can if you use 300, let's say in that 3 month span, you've converted two clients and you spent, let's say, 500, meaning approximately you used 500 to get these leads and that person paid you 5 million. That is almost 4x. And if you repeat this over and over with the same things you use, that means you've gotten your money and you can now start finding ways to either reduce it, and if you double it, will it give you the same effect? That's why Facebook ads is a wall of testing. You get so now in summary, you need to understand the cost of acquisition. How much are you willing to spend to acquire one customer? With e-commerce, it's always very easy, right? You have 50K product, you spend, let's say 100K per month, and you're able to let's say you have a 100K product, you spend 50K per month, and we got 10 sales. That is 1 million. 50K, 1 million. That is almost perfect. If you still spend 100K to get that 1 million, you are still in profit. You still even kind of still spend 200 to get 1 million. In a way, it's high, but it's still profit. So you need to understand how much you have to spend to get your clients. And yes, you may spend more in the first 2 months because of you test a lot, right? So your first 2 months is more like beta testing. So don't put that in mind. So, but once you've done 2 3 months, right, then you can. That's why I say some business. The first time you start a business, you can start with family and friends, so that when that client pays you like this, set money aside for ads. That's why I like service-based business. But if you don't have investment capital upfront, most people when they look for capital, they don't put marketing budgets. They only remove it. That's where the first have problem. So whatever investment, even if a client pay you to, they calculate your marketing money inside. So I think it's very easy for you to run ads. So I think I've said a lot about that. Then the last question I have on my list here is, okay, I think I kind of answered it, which is what's the difference between, okay, oh no, what's the difference between boosting a post, business suits, and ad manager? So this is, I think it's a very big problem. Most businesses like to boost from Instagram. It's not bad. Like one of my friend here is asking if they want likes. If you boost posts from Instagram, sometimes it may not give you likes, especially if you run the one for DM, right? It may give you people that will DM you and not like, but if you do the engagement one, I think it's give you likes, right? So boosting posts kind of works sometimes. The time boosting post works is if your followers are the set of persons who have bought from you several times. So now Facebook has a way. If you've been running, let's say, skincare business or something, let me use skincare for example now, and your followers, when you run boosting and your followers that comes in tend to buy from you, Facebook will look at your followers to, you know, give you more messages, right? And if they convert, it's a cash cow you get, but it's a 50-50 thing. And boosting, you don't have so much control. You don't have the for example now your interest, detailed targeting, location. There's a lot missing in that place. But Facebook is a business. They would actually give you places that feels like you're running ads, but they're collecting money from you. You get sometimes it may look like it works for some certain business, right? But what makes it look like it works is because of those business have a good way of converting clients. It's not like it works per se. They're just good. Like it's not like Facebook is just sending people to you and you are good at converting them. That's how simple it is. So if you want to run good ads and get consistent result, that's why today you would hear, oh, I boost today, it no work. I boost tomorrow. I had sales. Is that inconsistency? It's not like Facebook Ads Manager doesn't have its own inconsistency, especially when one bad person comes in as a lead inside your leads, it scatters everything you get, or maybe one bad purchase that delays or something. You get me? So, but running ads through the ads manager works way more better than running ads from boosting. Boosting is just one way to waste money. That's the truth about it. I don't boost posts except I'm just running awareness campaign, and I think that's one of the favorite reasons I use it, to just create awareness for my business. So that's the last question from my end. I don't know if everyone here or anyone has any question before I call it a day.
Please, I have a question.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Yes, my question is if one want to run advertisement for a new insurance company, for instance, a company that have not been running ads before, but they have been in business for more than 30 years, based not in Nigeria, but at least based in Canada. So how do one go about it? Because this insurance we're talking about now is not that there's a fixed price that the customer will pay. And the customer now, they are probably new to the business. So how do one go about it?
Okay. Thanks.
Is it through maybe a webinar, or how do one convert leads and make them pay?
Okay. So first of all, for every new ads account, is always, there's a, how do I call it? There's a slope in terms of running ads. Facebook doesn't trust your system yet. So you may feel like, sometimes it feels like it's hard to get what you want. But your strategy is the main thing, right? Since it's insurance, what's your strategy in order to get leads? Because leads are going to be what you're going to be looking for, right? So now, are you going to go the educational route? Meaning, let's say, I don't know what insurance, if it's life insurance, if it's
life insurance.
Life insurance.
So, yes.
Life insurance. So now there are a lot of businesses doing life insurance, and they are doing it with a lot of explanation. I think this Orange guy, Leadway, and some of all these guys, they have good storytelling. So now your problem is not Facebook. Your problem is going to be what you would use to attract these guys, right? So now your advert, your campaign, the image, the pictures you use would go a long way. So take, for example, now, let's use the persons in this room. Let's not even say you want to run ads. Let's use the persons in this room now. How would you convince us to join your life insurance policy? Sometimes let's not think too much with the ads. If we can't convince people within ourselves, it's going to be very hard for you to convince people that don't know you, or people that are out there in the internet space, probably playing game or doing one thing at a time, and just saw your ads, right? So your strategy is the main thing. Even if it's in Canada, US, or anything. Leads is first. Second, what's your strategy? Are you educating them? Are you doing a webinar? Even if you are going to do a webinar, the webinar has to be very how do I call it? It has to be the topic has to be very intriguing in a way. Take, for example, now, probably how to use, or probably, let's say, use this 5 steps to life insurance to protect maybe your future, your, let's say, your offspring or whatever you get, or if it's your own life insurance and not family insurance, right? There are some weird ways. There's some, all these clickbait topics. I'm not sure you should do clickbait, but there's some high converting. What, they are escaping my head. I'm seeing it, but they're escaping me. You can use that to hold webinars. Things that that you do your research. Things that that people want to know about life insurance. Like, for example, now anybody above 30, 35 that is now earning, right, would want to either do life insurance, and this life insurance, I believe, correct me or wrong, either go to the family when this person is dead, right?
You are right. Yes.
Good. So now you can say how to make sure your life insurance money goes to the right next of kin. That could be perfect. That could be a content, right? People would want to know. Or you can say, okay, your next of kin in the bank is actually not real, or it's fake, or whatever, because that is actually real. With life insurance, you're actually secured. So it is more of the strategy behind what you want to do rather than the ad. The ad is just going to, sending that message to the right people. So now, if you want to run your ads, I feel you guys should have a drawing board. Think of the right strategy to approach. You can use webinar, you can use carousels, you can use videos, you can use different ways. Look at what other persons are doing. How can you guys be better off? And since the business is 30 years, you probably have more data than I do. Ask them what has been working with referrals or with.
No, it's actually referrals that be working.
Okay, good. So if referrals is working, there's probably a strategy that those people are seeing. Yes, referral is good, but there's probably strategy or things that those guys are seeing. And that referral thing is also good. See, your business has been in 30 years. That's a good marketing strategy. Work with it, do a video. We've been serving 30 years, over how many clients we've worked with. People like to see that you've done something for someone. You get, if you guys can go all out, have 2 to 3 clients that could walk into the video and do whatever. So your delivery, your material here goes a long way than even Facebook ads itself. That is why I use the first thing. If you were to convince all of us in this group to come to your life insurance policy or subscribe to your life insurance policy, what would you do? If you could answer that question correct, use that to run ads, and I believe you will get leads. And it's now depending on how you guys convert those leads.
My own job is actually to generate leads. Their own is to convert it. So my own is just to have a system whereby we convert leads who are interested. Then they can always follow up with them, make the calls, and actually convert them. So it's generating leads actually my own work.
Okay, I've already told you. So your strategy is going to be what plays. The video, the approach is going to determine what leads that you get and how quality leads you can also get.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So I see Faith raising up a hand. What's your question, Faith?
All right. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. So it's not really a question, right? I just wanted to expatiate the aspect of targeting, because I don't know, kind of targeting somehow. You may think you're doing it right, but then you are reaching the wrong audience, especially people that cannot buy a product. Take for instance, let's say real estate or something, a very high quality product. I don't know. So, but you may want a certain category of people to buy it, or let's say gold or something, and then it's targeting wrongly to people that actually cannot afford that product. So I really wish you could talk more about it. Yeah, targeting in general, how to go about it, how to know you're even targeting the right audience, and most times how to know like the kind of state you are meant to target, because you may be targeting, prominent states, like I mean in this part of the country, and then you're not even expected to do that. Maybe looking, maybe it may be that you have to like, I don't know, just I wish you could just expatiate on that so that I get clarified. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Faith. So when it comes to real estate, especially real estate to be precise, the business, to the best of my experience, because I've hardly, I'll just tell you, I've hardly run ads for real estate, because most real estate persons I know, even the ones that we partnered to run ads with, are either, let's say, shop outlets, and let's say mostly shop outlets. So now let me use a general service stuff. There are some business that works very well with physical connection rather than ads. By a land that, let's say, is in Lekki, right? I'll compare Lekki to one other place, let's say in the mainland. So now that land, let's say it's a shortlet apartments you get. One of the easiest ways to get people to buy that land is talking or meeting people within that axis. Yeah, sometimes we will just say, kind of, let's leave Facebook alone. Let's physically, how much can you connect? Yes, real estate is a business of connection, talking to people one after. It's not easy. It's not an easy job. That's why there are lots of persons inside their core marketers. Same thing with banks. You get me? So that's why they call them agents. So you have to know how to either do networking, being at the right place at the right time, knowing your target audience and the capability for them to purchase or do a purchasing power, right? So if you can be in these places at the right time, you can do the connection. So say let's say you don't want to do this, you don't want to go online and sorry offline and do the waka, and the rest you are maybe a posh real estate agent. So now with the advance of AI, right? If you have the funds, you can rent a drone person and you can do a before and after of what this place could be. I don't know who the developer would have been or whatnot. So you can put the vision of what this place could be in people's mind. You get, and when you do these ads, people, this is more like an awareness, right? And you need to tell people the location and everything you get. So you can use a lead ads to even see if people are interested. So you do it within that axis. Take for example, now I'm selling a land in Lekki. I'm not going to be targeting Abuja people for now. I'll target people in Lagos because those people have proximity to the location. But if the property is in Abuja too, I can also target Abuja person. So if the property, I can have several ads. The one targeting the location, the one targeting maybe this person can, or you can use the ads whereby this person has been in this location but may not be currently in this location, maybe in diaspora, right? So there's a function on Facebook that targets people within who has been here within a particular time you get. So you can actually use that. So now those are ways you can use to, so real estate is more of trying to sell something of the future. Like, okay, if you buy this land, either it's for yourself or for your family or for something you get, and you have to be on these people's faces every time. So you need to ask yourself, what's the most sufficient way to do this without earning so much money? So I don't know if your agency have a budget for this. You can try various campaigns to get leads to the business. Then one other thing you can also do, say for example, now if it's stores, Like say there's a store coming out, like for example, the last one we did, the store is in Enugu, right? You can target people in Enugu that already have stores, or physically go to the ones, the shop sellers, meet them, talk to them, share them flyers, and like, okay, there's this new store, all the things, and don't relent. Follow up. Your business is a follow-up business. You get so, and people that are already in the game, right? I may not have the experience. You can also reach out to them like, how have you done this before? Even if it's not directly in your business, you can seek mentorship, because in this kind of business, knowledge is power. Ads is more like an amplifier. But when you seek the right knowledge, you would know. Then lastly, content. If you are selling existing apartments, maybe not raw lands, because raw lands are always very hard to sell, right? If you're selling existing apartments, I believe you have lots of content. There are a lot of guys that are pushing out content in US, even outside, and they're crazy. It just depends on how crazy can you. You don't have to be, you can find yourself, like let's say Ola of Lagos. The guy has been doing so much in the real estate space because he's unique in his way. So now you, as a social media person, if you cannot spend money on ads, what are other ways you can spend time on? So time in terms of money exchange. Can you spend time to create, at least you still spend small money, to create videos that are very eye-catching about either you're selling the apartment, like I said, the AI, right? You can just stand in the middle of that building, you do 4 squares, building start erupting in that place, and you could build a mansion in this place, you could build whatever, except places that has pre-planned buildings. You get that is a different thing. So these are the ideas I have for now for real estate. So I've not really gone deep into real estate before, but if you can use one of these ideas, I believe this is what I've seen online, right? And seen people.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Good morning, sir. Sorry, I can't hear you anymore.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Oh, okay. Sorry. So I have a question. I'm currently running an ad for like a skincare brand to drive and profile visitor and followers. So I set up to the ads manager, but since Wednesday that the ads have been active, we've only gotten like 3 to 4 followers. And the business owner said that I used to like get 10 followers daily on the second day of them running ads. But I don't know what could be the issue, what areas like I should focus on. And of course, the cost per message is 43.99 naira cost per visit, because I did traffic and Instagram profile visits.
Okay, so this person, your client, is the person looking for followers or the person is looking for sales?
He's looking for followers and sales. I did another one for sales. That one has gotten just 5 messages, and the cost per messaging conversation is very high to 1,000 naira plus.
Okay, that means the problem in that with that ads is not, it may not be your targeting, maybe probably the video, the image or something that you're using. It's not convincing enough. So that's why you probably are having people not interested. And what particular skincare are you promoting? I think I've run out for big skincare brands, so I think I should have fair knowledge on this. So what are you promoting?
It's a bleaching products, yellow skincare. It's a but the video that I'm using, it has the lady talking about how she got a job by using the cream. It's made her yellow and stuff like that.
Okay, so it's more like is it a client testimonial?
The way it was shot was more like a client testing, like a review, like, oh, she got the job because of she used the product.
Okay, well, it's not bad, but another thing again is, I don't know how many videos you guys are testing out, right? So that may be one. If your business can have the opportunity or ability to test more campaigns, especially for the sales. So for example, now you can test 2 to 3 videos to know which one works. Same time you start the ads, same everything, run up to 3 or 2 videos for that particular product and see what works and see how which has the lesser what do they call it, cost per maybe messaging, depending on what you're using. So once you can do that, you probably know if it's a video or something that is giving you issue. But one thing I know about skincare is most persons usually go for testimonials, and I know, yes, Facebook does not like before and after, you get, but they kind of like people who have used the product before and how they've used the product. It does not necessarily have to even be a talking video. For example, now if you guys have a product where this person was dark skin and day 1, day 2, day 3, if you guys can probably look for one person to do that test on, or if you have people, if the business is not new and has existing persons that have been doing this before, right, you can, compile the video to do that. So have like 2 3 videos that you are using. If not, you just be relying on one, and if it's not working, it feels like it's not working, right? And before now, has she been, what's our sales look, what does our sales look like?
I didn't ask her, but from when I saw the ad manager, they were always like getting like 90 messages on the ads that she ran.
Okay, 90 messages. And have you checked the ads to see what they used for that?
I tried to check it on ad manager, but it said this was one for the ad one from the Instagram profile, so I can't see it from this end. And I checked Instagram profile, I can't check. Is it the video you're asking about?
No. The ads campaign itself.
Oh, okay. I can't see the targeting to know what targeting she used exactly. The former person used.
Okay. So now, it depends on. You need to ask questions. Like, you need to ask, okay, out of that 90%, how many converted? You get, yeah, I know she may, I don't know who this person is, I don't want to assume. The person can tell you the truth because your data is very important to you. So if that out of that 90 people, only 10%, but you can do it. If you use engagements ads, you can pack people to that place and people will message, you get. But you need to understand, okay, what were you gaining or what were you having in terms of conversion? Like if 5% message you, what was the result? You get asked those questions. Once you get the answers to the former ads and know what the business was gaining, what were the leads, it's not, you don't have to be ashamed to ask what interest, because it's harmony that is burning. So you ask her, okay, what interest were you targeting before? If she tells you, you test them. If it doesn't work, you can. And I think you can actually, when you attempt to run an ads, if the person saved the audience, it's going to be in saved audience. Most of the times people that boost ads from Instagram usually saved in saved audience, right? So you can test that. Then you're targeting, who do you target when you run ads with the skincare brand?
I targeted male and female because she said it's both gender that buys it, and I used 18 to 45, and she gave me location she wanted me to target, the states she wanted me to target, so I used those states.
Okay, what's your interest, like your interest and demographic?
Okay, for my interest, I used skincare, body lotion, stuff like that.
Okay, no, there's a high tendency you may probably targeting your fellow skincare people. So now the question you need to ask her again is, what are the type of people that have bought from her, right? Are they working class? Are they people they may not know directly, but somehow she would know the kind of people that have bought from her. So now that data, you would use it to, like, okay, if people are working in the bank, because one, you need to know people that have disposable income to buy that skincare, depending on the price point you get. So you don't have to target lotion and all those things. Say, for example, now you can target office workers, right? Or you can target party goers, depending on, all those guys want to make their skin look fresh. So now look at the other side of not targeting your fellow people. You get me? And you can start with females first. You get, so you can do a female ads and target them and see the results. So I don't know your budget per month. I think this conversation is something that we can have personally, so I can give you proper direct answers. But at the end of the day, Sha, your targeting might be the problem, or the ads, the videos or pictures that you've used. But if the videos and pictures is still the same one those other persons are using, right? One, they may have fatigue, meaning many people have seen them over time, or two, they are not just the right one, and you can test new ones to use to run your ads. So I think at this point is for you to do more testing and ask the person that owns that owns the business questions in order for you to drive audience to them. Then in terms of followers, you can do boosting. Boosting can give you followers. That's view page. That one is normal. You can use that one to do, or you do interest ads. You can use that to run your ads. So I don't know if I've answered your question.
Yes,
Amy.
you did. Thank you so much.
Okay. So before I go to Samuel, I think Idogun, I don't know if I pronounce your name very well. You asked the question, what would you say is an adequate budget for ads to have for a clothing brand trying to break into the Nigerian market? Okay, I would say every market is saturated, but clothing is saturated. You get, so it's not going to be, it's not just about like the person in insurance, right? It's not just about the ads itself. It's about your strategy in entering the market. For example, now you're not a star. I don't know if you are the one that owns the brand. If the person that owns the brand is a public figure, that's one way to enter the market. If the person is not a public figure, you have to use a very crazy creative means to enter, because you are entering a market that is very saturated. So you have to find a way that you are different. Once you can find that way, especially organically, and it works for you, what you can now do is use ads to amplify it. You can use UGC. I think this goes for almost everybody. You can, I don't know how it escaped my head. You can use UGC creators if you don't have the influencers, especially for Ayomide. Like one of the persons I've run ads for, I don't know if you know, Doreen Skincare Natural. So during the time that we were running ads for her, one of the things that worked very well for her was UGC, using popular persons that can use our product. In fact, that thing worked like jazz. It's owned by Mr. P. I don't know if Mr. P is P Square, but him. So if you have, you can use public figures to launch the product. Or let's say if you have someone that is a public figure that have used this product, not, just carrying the product for carrying sake, that have used this product very well, that could go a long way. And UGC creators could go from less to high, you get. But for the clothing brand, your ads may not be the problem. You need to have a very, very strong strategy, strong campaign in order for you to enter the market. So if the person that owns the product is a good person and a public person, that could be one way of advice. But the person is hiding in a way. You guys need to have models, nice shoots and everything that could push out the product, and you have to probably sit down to come up with a means of pushing that product. Then ads is just an extra means to send people to the website to buy. Ads is not your problem. The strategy at which you would sell that product is your problem at the moment. So I don't know if I've answered your question. So I'm trying to see who raised up the hands before. Okay, now Samuel. Very soon, I think when it's let's say 11:30, we might close up. So Samuel, you have a question. I think Samuel, I'll take Samuel and Jackson's question.
Okay, so thank you for the insight you shared. I am, would like to tell you of taking into adaptation, collaborations, and also I've actually learned a lot over the last session and this session. My question covers or it touches the real estate aspect, like you explained, but in a different way. You said industries like the real estate more visually inclined and usually need a physical presence most times. But in terms of, let's say, a brand in real estate that is handling or that is into investment, and the client, likely the client, but the owner of the brand is wants to get, the person wants visibility and sales. So the person wants visibility and sales, but they don't have so much. For example, they claim to have, they claim to have served clients, but they have no testimonials to show. So it's basically like they are starting from scratch, in my opinion. And they want to get leads, let's say a minimum of 10 leads per month. But their ad budget is basically non-existent, and they've been working with boosters. If they want to, well, if they have a webinar, they do the webinar and all of that. And also they have likely low availability, whereby their presence to, like, say, consistently create content, uh breakdowns, like what's popular in that particular industry, is very low. What approach would you recommend? What approach would you suggest entering the ads, or pushing ads for them, creating a budget and all of that?
Okay, I could barely hear you, but correct me if I'm wrong. You said the brand is an investment brand, right? A investment company.
Yes, yes. The entry real estate investment.
Okay, they are helping real estate investment. They are investing in real estate.
So what they do is immigrants, they help immigrants grow wealth through property investment.
Okay, okay. So, it's almost and you said they don't have a budget, right? Or they don't have a marketing budget.
Yes, they don't have a budget, like, in terms of marketing and ads. Last I checked, they didn't have a Meta Ads account. So it's not an old brand per se, but they've been practicing over 2 years, and I just got to that them like 6 months ago.
Okay, so this business, if they've had existing clients before now, right, and they've come through referrals, it's something that you can ask the owner, right, to let you understand the experience or what it takes. Like same thing I talked about, the insurance person, know the pain points of your potential audience. What do they want, what do they need, and use that as a strategic ad. So now when you said the person doesn't have a budget, is it that the person is willing to spend or does not know what to spend, or he does not want to spend on ads but just want to run ads?
So okay, so for the aspect of the first client, I have actually asked questions for testimonials are not provided. So we have it's still being dragged. Let me put that aside, or let me put that out. Then for the budget aspect, if they claim to want to spend on ads, but they don't want to spend a lot, respective of what they are trying to get, is what I'm saying. So let's say, for instance, they want to set up a webinar, or want to set up a webinar, and they want to, like, run ads for the webinar to get attendees, and to use that webinar as a channel to push them into our community, or push them into our consultation. The maximum they want to run the ads for is for 7 days. And with the aspect of, okay, for example, a suggestion to run, let's say, awareness ads that lead them people to our profile, it was shown by them. So I I don't know the approach to bring a paid ad system into it. Then again, I'm also, like, what it's fairly new, so it's a dilemma that I've been trying to, like, sort out. That's why I get the question.
Okay, so if they have been running ads before now, right? If they have been running ads before now and they are adamant on increasing the budget, it's something you have to be very clear. If you don't have anybody above you in terms of like senior marketing, or you're the main marketing person, so it's something you have to let them understand. right? That's okay. First, it's good you already understand that 7 days is not enough, especially when it wants to be a webinar. So it's something to you look for a way to make them understand that. Let's say in a month we have 5 webinars. Don't use per week. Say in a month we have 3 to 4 webinars, right? And we spend money on this webinar. At the end of the day, you can calculate and tell them that this kind of thing is patience. You don't reply with just for replying. So you reply with analytics or backing or data. You just keep quiet. They have a budget. At least they have small budgets for you, right? They use the budgets. Then you run 7 days ads. How many people come to the webinar? I don't know who. If you're the one converting them, if you won't convert them, at least you still have some control over that. But if you're not the one going on the call or doing anything or pushing them to the community, well, you and the person converting must have to liaise, because if that person, if they don't convert, they will hold you liable for bad leads. So you and the person that is converting or calling and everything has to work hand in hand. So now, when you've run ads for a month, you do proper documentation. Use what you have to get what you want. So now you now tell them, for this month, this is what I used 100K and we're able to get, let's say, 20 leads. And out of that 20 leads, and we did only webinar, we didn't try other means, right? And only 10 people were, okay, out of 20 leads, 10 people were interested, 5% said they will get back to us. So give them that data and tell them that if we want more of this, we need to test other places. And if they've had leads through ads before, they can tell you how they got it or how they went about it, so that they don't waste money, so that we can save money in the company. So you put it, so you don't do it, you don't talk about it yourself. Don't put yourself, it's not you, it's about them. Put them into, like, anything that happens, it's like, okay, yes, take responsibility, but make it feel like they are the ones that it will kind of affect in a way. Like, okay, if we don't do this, it will affect the company. You get? So now, if we run these ads, if we increase the budget, we can try other means. Or okay, if we are doing webinars, we can expand. If we are doing 4 webinars, we can expand the webinars to 2 times in a month, then increase the number of days, making sure that if we are doing only 2 webinars in a month, we will have to make sure that webinar are airtight, and that is merging 2 weeks budget into one. So still using their budget, you get. So it's just a smart way to approach them. And also, if they don't have testimonials, like I told the insurance guy, look for the pain points of the clients, right? And use that to run ads. You get. But since if you guys are strictly on webinars, just look for that pain point, can be a webinar topic, and use it to run ads. And you, at the end of the month, create a report, sent to them. This way you and them would understand what's going on, and you give them suggestion or recommendation. If they say, okay, they've not run ads before, you tell them that if you don't test it, if we don't test, right? If you say you stop ads today and want to run ads 3 months or 5 months from now, we will still go back to the same drawing board of testing again, because at the moment we don't know what works. So our job, not only my job, our job is to know what works, but I need you to have a particular amount of budget, and we've tried this with a particular amount. We need so and so. So you need data to back up your response to them. So I don't know if I've answered your question in any way.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Yeah, you're welcome. So the last person, Jackson, what's your question?
Thank you very much. I'll make it very short. I know that you really talked a lot. So I want you to talk about Facebook library and how we can use it to our advantage.
Okay, Facebook ads library.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's actually a very good question. So Facebook ads library, let me share my screen because that has more visual representation than just explaining it. So Facebook ads library is a place for you to spy on your competitors, but depending on how I'm trying to Facebook ads library. So it all depends on how you make use of it. So it's a very, very simple thing, and you don't have to rely on Facebook ad library per se. You can also go to TikTok. TikTok library is also very, very open. So I think just search TikTok ads library. So now you can choose Nigeria. So there are 2 ways or 3 ways to do this. I'll still probably do a separate video on this on Instagram. Sorry, I said on Instagram, on our YouTube channel. So you can actually search literally for anybody's ads, right? So if you, let's use the real estate guys. So if I search real estate Nigeria, okay, I use all, let me put Nigeria, all ads real. So you can use keywords, or you search the company you know in particular. You can go look for their handles, so you know what's the, so real estate. Sorry if I spelled that wrong. I'm not sure, something went wrong. I'm coming. I think it's a slash I put there. Let's give it a try again. Nigeria. Then so search. Okay, I feel this is a problem from Facebook. Something went wrong. Let me try all. If I try all and it doesn't work, let me try an existing brand or keyword that I've used before. Okay, let me just use all. This is not showing. Let me just use the word ads. Let me just use this. Let me just see if it's okay. I feel there's a problem with them, right? But on your own time, you can actually search. You can search keywords. You can search a particular. Let me just see if TikTok on is working. Let me know if it's from my end or TikTok ads library. Let me just know if it's Facebook or it's just okay. So let me put in Nigeria. Okay, the countries are limited. Let's see, search them. Let's use ads, for example. Okay, so now Facebook is almost similar to this, but Facebook does not have limits in restrictions. So now, as you can see people that that has this keyword. So you can search via keywords, or you can search via the company that you want to target. So this is how you spy on a particular company's ads, and you can see what that company is running and how they are running their ads, their keywords, not keywords per se, their copies, and everything that they are doing to run that ad. So it's just more like a way of spying on other competitors. So it depends on how you use it. So now, if you are using it, for example, now you want to run or want to sell a digital product, and let's say you want to sell, okay, like for the lady, I don't know if she's still here, if she has gone. So the skincare branch, you can search skincare and see what other persons are using, right? Or someone that is into insurance. Let me see insurance, if anyone is running ads on insurance. So the country matters a lot. So if it's Nigeria, you can see other companies running insurance, this thing. So you can check. But I think this is repeating almost the same thing. Maybe probably the keyword is not available, but Facebook has a much larger library for ads. I don't know for some certain reasons why it's not opening. So you can check that at your free time. But the idea here is search what other persons are doing and how you can be better than them, or how you can improve and do better. You get, so that's what Facebook ads library is for. So I don't know if I have answered your question, Jackson. It's just for you to just be better, know what your audience is doing and do more better than them, and don't do or probably do the same thing or make the same mistake that they are making, or copy what works for them. And again, if you see an ad that is running for a very long time, like some person's running ads for like 6 months or 3 months, know that that ad is working for them not to turn it off. You get, so you can also, it's just a thing of using your own idea to know what's working there or not. Yeah. So I don't know if I've answered your question, Jackson.
Yes, you have. Thank you very much. The other ones, I'll be in your DM, sir. Thank you, sir.
Oh, okay. No problem. So this is where I draw the curtain for the question today. Probably I may do this next month or this month. I never can tell. So I appreciate everyone who has come in to the call today, and bye for now.